Hello, and welcome back for episode 5 of Pentagon for Gold. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far, and please do like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. This episode marks the start of Season 2, and it's been a busy summer. As was looking likely at the end of the last episode, there's been a healthy clear out in order to raise funds. In spite of that, we are still down 200k on the last episode, but as we are in a division which has a lot more revenue, we should at least be able to make some money this year if things go well. Squad-wise, there is some fantastic news. Mukamela, who rejected an offer of £235,000 from Sundowns, which my board had accepted, has signed a new 3-year contract here. The only downside of this contract is that he has a relegation release clause of just £81,000, but we are not predicted to go down this season, as you'll see later. It seems, therefore, that we can offer players longer contracts now that we're in the top division, which is fantastic news, though I was worried we would lose players on freeze again in January. Our team is made up of a good mix of old and new, with the likes of Nerodian and Mosiotalaga still here, and many new signings to freshen up the squad, who we can look at now. As you may remember, we got Don and Malatsi back on loan after their time here last season. I eventually loaned in Makuma again, as I was lacking depth up front, an issue which I've also countered by signing Nox Mutizwa, who's a skillful striker option. We have 4-star signings though. Lucky Beloyi is one of them, and he can play anywhere back from the midfield and is extremely versatile. Peter Leeuwenberg looks like a fantastic goalkeeper who wouldn't be out of place in a team much stronger than ours. Keegan Buchanan is a really good alternative to Mositalaga. He's got very good acceleration and decent all-round stats aside from that. And finally, we've got Patty, an Angolan player who came from Interclub on a free and looks like a really good Mazzala. Although we've not spent any money on a transfer during our entire time here, we have sold some players. Obviously last year we sold a lot of our youngsters, including Ronaldinho Johnson, what a fantastic name, and Dante Brown, who looked like a star for us. Keegan Johannes and Velapai both left as well, and Liam Byrne did leave. I tried to get him back on loan, but he rejected me. He had no interest in rejoining. Ronaldo Lena has gone to Barocca for 12.5 million, as well as a 30% sell-on clause, which I thought was a fantastic deal, given he was at best my third choice goalkeeper now. Igor Balotelli has finally left to Agua Sante. He was never going to be good enough. And Michael Nkossi, a youth player who didn't look like he had all that much potential, has gone to Maritzburg United for a fee of potentially up to £35,000 and a decent sell-on clause. Now that the scene is set, it's worth taking a look at the season preview for the DStv Premiership. As you can see, we're predicted to finish 9th, which is a decent position given we've just been promoted. That position has actually dropped down a couple of times. There was one point where we were predicted to finish 7th and we had 33-1 odds. That's now slipped down to 100, so a decent drop, which I assume has come from other clubs signing players. For those of you who have played a few FM saves, you may know that Supersport United and Orlando Pirates are 2 of the big 4 in South Africa, so to have them both away in the first month of the season is quite a challenge. What we will do today is play against TTM at home in the first league game of the season, and then we'll play Supersport United before advancing a few more games for next time. Heading into today's game, we've got a vaguely familiar starting 11 for you, with Mukamela, Koopstad, Ace Sally, Mostalaga, Nerodian and Makuma all making a start. Leeuwenberg comes in for his debut, along with Lucky Beloyi, Ismail, Fumbidzai and Patty. Our star centre-back signing, Sumaharo, unfortunately misses out through injury. I'd like to say new season, new me, but I'll do the usual in the dressing room and go with the assistant. As we kick off, I'm using the same system as I did last year. I see no reason to change it, particularly as we did really well in the Cup, and we were playing pretty good teams in the Cup, from the top division all the way through. So it was only when we faced Orlando Pirates that we actually had a struggle. And we've almost scored straight away through Nerodian. Bit of a defensive mix-up there, and it could have rebounded anywhere. Mostalaga sends in the corner. I don't think this will be a chance for either team, but Koopstad needs to try and get this out of play for a throw-in here. Ngele with a chance, but Mukamela clears up well. And that's the end of that chance. But as I was saying, yes, this team I don't see any reason to change the system. It suits the players really well, and I want to dominate the games. I think we ended up dominating a lot of the big games last year, so it would be nice to keep doing that and really take advantage of the players we have at our disposal. Might be a counter-attack on here. Ranty is through, and he's really skied that in the end. Not too much danger for Levenberg. No need for him to test out his reflexes. Gumed, Mabunda. And Gale's breaking down the right. Can Beloy stop him? Kawuti into the box. And again, the striker has missed the chance. Ranty's been a little bit wasteful in front of goal. But we have had most of the chances, so it's a bit of a mixed bag so far. Here's Sally, and Narodian has a chance. Makuma. Oh, very close from Fumbudzai. It's a very difficult name to say, that one. But we are at least dominating still. Very pleased with the performance so far. We just need to try and find a way to get a goal. Ngele into the box, and we've conceded. This is what's going to happen in the top division. If you aren't clinical, you're going to get punished. And now we have it all to do. Well, Levenberg hasn't exactly covered himself in glory on his first start so far. But I can't blame him too much for that. It was a difficult cross to deal with. Right, well, this is not good. Show me something else in the second half. We really need to get some points on board here because the teams we're playing after this are very difficult. That's unlucky, but it's gone over the bar. We need a little bit more. I think I might go on to attacking given how much we're dominating this game. Mostilaga into the box. Broken out for Narodian. Can he do something with it? That's a penalty there. Now Narodian is taking it. He's not the greatest at penalties, but hopefully he can get us back into it. And he has just about snuck it under the goalkeeper. And that's a really good penalty in the end. Right in the corner. We are absolutely dominating this game. Would not surprise me if we still don't win. It was how it started for us last season. Had lots of draws at the beginning of the season, in spite of our dominance. And Ngele here with a chance to get it in, and we've conceded again. This is awful. Come on, defence need to stop letting us down here. Levenberg isn't looking like the goalkeeper I thought I signed. I think we need to get Jesse Don on for Koopstad. Just to keep the fitness up. Let's fire the boys up. We need better than this. And absolutely no one has reacted whatsoever. Very disappointing. Let's get Mako and Buchanan on, I think. Similar profiles to the players they've replaced. And Mabunda. Gumede. Mabunda again. They're holding on to the ball well here, and just as I say that, they've given it away. Narodian with a chance, and he's given it away to Kawuti. We have won it back. Ace Sally with a chance to break through. Narodian now on the left. Can Fumbudzai do something good before he comes off? Not really. Jesse Don. Beloy with a chance to get round here. And we've got another penalty. Unbelievable. Let's hope Narodian can do the same as last time and put this into the net. Yes, he can. Just about. Keeper almost saved that one. Probably should have saved that one given he stayed pretty much down the middle. But we are back in it, and hopefully we can go from here. Look at this dominance that we've got here. Very disappointing that we're not winning. I was about to demand more, but you never really know what's going to happen in these chances. You don't want to upset the boys by making the wrong shout. Good work. Come on, Makuma. I'm now playing Makuma as a false nine. I'm hoping that takes advantage of his... Unbelievable. We've got 3 now. And Narodian scored again. Not the hat-trick I was imagining him getting. Well, it's a good sign that our players are so difficult to avoid fouling in the box. And it's a good thing that Narodian's been on form today with his penalties. But as I was saying, Makuma is now playing as a false nine. That was part of the loan agreement that I needed to get him back, as it would have been I've had to pay his full wages if I'd played him in a different position. Whereas in this situation, I only pay 10% if he's playing, and even less if he's not. So let's get the time wasting on since we're only 1 goal ahead. We should be okay from here. If we didn't win now, it would be an absolute travesty. And we have won. Fantastic news. Wasn't always looking like it was going to happen, but when you win 3 penalties in a game, the chances are you are probably going to win. And that is really good news. Really good way to start the season for us. An interesting bit of admin for the club. We've actually got a new affiliate in the form of FC Copenhagen. This affiliation hasn't quite worked how I'd anticipated. I was hoping that it would be one of those where you can loan players for free, but it seems to just be one where they get a first option on our players. But at least we'll get a little bit of money from them each year, and we could potentially renegotiate in future to allow for loanees. For today's game against Supersport United, who we beat in the Cup last season, we've got just 2 changes, with Junior Sibande and Nox Mutizwa coming in. Usual thing, we've just played a friendly during the international break to keep the players fit. Hopefully that will have done a good job of ensuring that players still are in shape and that we can actually avoid too many injuries in the upcoming games. Haven't had a shot yet, well, we've only had one, but not on target. But we have had the higher expected goals, so clearly we're not doing awfully. Mostilaga, good opportunity here. Can he win a penalty? Oh, he goes for goal in the end, doesn't get tackled. Williams comfortably saves it, not too difficult. We have done pretty well so far. We're restricting them quite well. Sabande's got a yellow card already. Not ideal, but he's not quite on the level of the other centre-backs we've got this season. But we're going to have to rotate quite a lot in this league because for some reason the fixtures come very close to each other or very far apart. Either you get sort of a game every 3 days or a game every month or so. There's a lot of large gaps in the schedule for no apparent reason. Not always international break. We have been the better team here, which is a good sign. I'd probably be content with a draw. But as this is Supersport's first game of the season, for some reason, the other teams have played 2 games already. I'd hope that we can get a decent result against them and capitalise on the fact that they're probably not as match fit as we are. They've got a chance here though, it looks like this will be their chance. Mokoena, one of the stars of the division. And they've worked it all the way back to the goalkeeper. This is good pressing from us. Can we win it back high up the pitch is the real question. We're really forcing them back here. But they've still got the ball. And now there's a little bit of space for them on the left wing. Good work, Koopstad. Really good work. What is that? No one's gone for that at all. Thank goodness that was missed. That was awful play. Everyone just stood still. Here's Ace Sally and he's given it away to Grobler. It's eventually worked its way back out to Ishmael and Koopstad into Sally. And that's a fantastic pass for Mosialaga, but it's a really good block in the end. It's a difficult one for Mosialaga to score from, but the pass was really good. I would like to see a bit more security. We've given away the ball quite a lot in the midfield so far this game. Now, Narodian's not playing well. Let's get him off. For Malatsi can make his first start of the season, or first appearance of the season. Stander won't come on. Perhaps Koopstad needs to be replaced, but I don't have Don on today because he plays for Supersport. They're his parent club, so he can't actually play today. Noxmanutasiwa has not played very well, but I think Mostalaga will come off for Buchanan. Oh, he's complacent there, that's not ideal. Let's get Sally off. Oh, wow. I've got basically no options today. So I think it's probably going to be Makuma, because Matizwa's not been fantastic so far. And yeah, Mostalaga will come off for Buchanan. Bit disappointing he's complacent, which doesn't really make much sense given it's 0-0. Not sure what there is to be complacent about, but here he goes. Oh, that's a fantastic pass. Please be offside. And it is. Bit of a late flag there. Had me thinking that they were going to let it go. For mid-size, not had a good game so far. Let's encourage the boys. I don't want to demand more because they might get a bit upset about that. But if we could nick a late winner here and not concede now, that would be fantastic. Supersport working out around the back. Please win it back, lads. Lungu into Nalafo. Very difficult name to say that. Fleurs into Kakana. They're playing it really quickly here. We can't get near him. And in the end, the shot is dragged wide. I'll take a point. I assume that's where this game is going now. Levenberg into Ismail, and surely the whistle will be blown shortly. There we go. A 0-0 draw away to Supersport United. Not awful. They do actually have, or they did have a Polis playing. I think I saw his name somewhere. Nice to see him back. Shame that we haven't actually managed to keep him. He was really good last season, but they weren't interested in loaning him out. But we were expected to lose that game, so a 0-0 draw is not a bad result, and hopefully we can build on that going into our next game. We're still unbeaten this season, which is a great start for a team of our level. What those results mean for the league table are that we are sitting in 5th place with 4 points from 2 games. It's a bit of a false position, as Orlando Pirates and Supersport both have only played 1 game, but some other teams have played 3, so we do have a chance of maintaining our current position. Our next game is against Orlando Pirates, who play us on Sunday and are predicted to finish 2nd, so they're going to be a tough prospect to face. With regards to our own schedule, we've got quite a difficult start, but the next games that I'll show you are the 2 home games against Kaiser Chiefs, who are predicted to finish 5th but are currently sitting in 2nd, and Sundowns, who are predicted to finish 1st and are currently sitting 3rd. 2 very tough games, and hopefully we'll have been able to do a decent job up till then to actually build up a bit of a head of steam and get in a good position in the league. That's all for episode 5 of Pentagon for Gold. I've really enjoyed starting this 2nd season, and I hope you enjoyed it too, and I hope to see you again next time. In the meantime though, have a really good day and a great week.